So one of the things you can do in Canva is make a website without knowing any code. That's really useful, but it also have a lot of limitations. So first I'm going to show you how to make a website in Canva, and then we can talk about the pros and cons of doing it. So if you want to make a website, you go to the main page of Canva, and then you can pick this icon saying website, and then there is a selection here for you to choose from. And you can search for things if you think you want something specific. And I found this one earlier that I like, so I'm going to take this one. And then you have it in here. And you can see we have 5 pages that are already there. If you know what you want to do, you can go into this layout, and that is gonna give you some options for putting in more pages. And you can like add page, and then you can pick, for example, this one as like a list of speakers for your event. Down here, you can rearrange them. So if you want that one to go in there, you can do that. This is also where you put the name of the page, which will later turn into your menu buttons. So we're going to put this one down as speakers, so that you know that that is your speakers. Then we can add the elements that we need to make it look right. So we can put in some speakers, random images here, like this. So now you've got your 3 speakers for your event. The same thing, we can put in a button. So you highlight this one and click on it, and you put a link in. So we're just going to add a link to the Canva website in this case. Like this, and you can pick a link. Of course, you can change all the wordings for all the pages here. Change all the images. Then we go back to the design menu, and you can choose style. And you can go in here and you can say, I really don't like the blue, so I want something different like this. And then we have more red one, and then you can apply to all pages, and then it goes from blue to red. If you do that, you might want to pick some images as well that are different. So you can do this, and we can put this. There we go. Another thing you could do if you want to make it a little bit more alive is we can put in some stickers like this one. We've got a little animation. Same thing we can do is we can put in a video instead of that one, and it will play like this. So now we have our website, and it has, as we check down here, all the pages have a name, and then we can press preview and we can see what it looks like. And there you go, we got a website. And you can press the buttons here, sign up, speakers, main event, organization, and reach out. And you can press this one and it will show you how it looks on a mobile phone. There's 2 options up here. One of them is with navigation. You can press the other one without navigation, and you get this one which doesn't have a top menu. So there's nothing up here anymore. I would recommend that you use this one and make sure that you name your pages. So we got it all set up here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to publish it. And to publish the website, you press this button. Up here it says very quickly, we have locked the design while you publish your website. So now you can't edit this anymore. You can only look at it, because now we're in publishing mode. So the first thing you need to decide is whether or not you want the navigation and whether or not you want it to resize for mobile. And I would say yes to both of those. Then you can go down here. You can pick where you want your domain hosted. There's a free domain, which is that you just kind of publish it on Canva's website. And I would recommend that just to figure out how it works. There is a limit to how many pages you can do like this. So you can't make 100 pages and put out here. But it's a very good way to start. Then you can purchase a domain from Canva and use that. and then you can use your existing domain. If you have a website, you can make this page part of your website. We're going to go with the free domain, and then you go up here and you can see here you need to decide what you want to call it. So I'm going to call it event, and then you can type a description. The reason why you want to consider writing something here is if you want this to be on the web so that it might be part of a search engine, the text here is relevant. If you want to share it on your social medias, it might be relevant. Write a sensible text in this area and give your site a sensible name. Another thing that might be relevant is to give this part a sensible name so that it refers to whatever you're doing. This name is what's going to pop up on Facebook if you share there. If you go down to the advanced settings, you can put a password protection on it. That would make sense if it's like for one person only. You can enable that the search engine will be able to see it. That means that Google can find it. If this is something that you want the world to see, you should turn this on. If this is something for a very limited group, you might want to leave it off. Link preview is enabled, means that you can share this on, for example, Facebook or other social platforms. And this is what it would look like. When you're happy with your settings, you press publish, and then Canva's going to work. And here we go. Now you've got this website live, and you can copy this link. You can go over to your web browser and you can test in the link, and you have a web page. And it just jumps around here. And you can see the animated stickers works. You can see the pictures work, and you can see the little video is looping around there. If you press the link, you pop over to Canva's website. So here it is, all active and live. If we go back to the camera here, you can see now it's still here. But what it says in the top is that if you continue editing this design, you need to publish it again to update your website. Which means that unlike when you make a file and publish it in a link, this website is not live. That is a good thing in my view, because it means you can redo your website and then load it up when you're finished. If you want to edit it, you can of course go in and edit it. Make this color white instead. And then you have to publish it again. When you go into this menu again with the publishing, it says up here, the page is live. That means the website is already on the web. If you have files that you published previously and you're in doubt whether or not they are actually live, you can go in here and you can see that they are live. So again, you can choose the menu and resize them for mobile. And if you continue, you can choose the description and all the advanced settings down here. And then you can publish again. And if we go to the website and reload the page, you can see that it's now got a white text. When you don't want the web page on the web anymore, you can go back to publish web page, and then down here in the bottom it says unpublish web page, and that means we're going to take it off the web. So you unpublish, and it says unpublish website, and then you just go like this, and now your website has not been published. And if we go back to publishing website, you can see it's no longer live up here. The first limitation of the Canva website is that you can only make one page. So even though you have menu points, they all point to the same page. So you can't make a big elaborate site that has lots of elements. You can of course make links, but the links would point out of your site and they wouldn't necessarily come back when they finished whatever you linked them to. The other limitation is there's very little analytics and there is no cookie policy. So if you, for example, embed something like a YouTube video or something from a social media, you might be in breach of the EU Privacy Policy Act. That being said, there is still some places where this format is relevant. If you're just starting out and you just essentially need a business card on the web, Canva's website would be a great way to start. If you're just playing around with stuff and just want to make a prototype of a website, this is another great idea. The last thing is to use it for essentially internal projects. If you're making a presentation or workshop, this might be a better solution than sending all the participants the presentations or the workshop data. Well, I hope you're now ready to make your own websites in Canva. If you have something you would like a tutorial about, let me know in the comments and I will try to make it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.